I will add EQ to each track individually. To give track 1 a little bit of edge and sparkle, I will use the loudness preset. You may wish to load presets, make further adjustments, and save a new custom preset. We can also create the EQ settings from scratch. You can choose between the different displays. This is the knob display or the parametric EQ display. Remember to use bypass to toggle between listening to an unprocessed and processed version. To add a bit of richness to track 2, I'll load a preset that boosts the bass. Track 3 contains chords at the end of the excerpt. The instrument is similar to the instrument in track 1. I'll load the same preset. I will use the bass boost preset to boost the lower frequencies in track 4. Since the real-time frequency display shows that the active frequencies lie between 75 and 175, I will move the range over slightly. This will give the track a little bit of extra kick. To bring out the high frequencies in the tambourine and the doumbek in track 5, I'll load a preset called Overheads. Notice that I adjusted the frequency range for band 3 to boost frequencies between 3000 and 5000. Let's listen to the current mix. Instruments have more definition and dimension from the slightly boosted low frequencies to the clearer high frequencies. During playback, you might have noticed that some of the levels were showing yellow. If the levels show red, this is called peaking or clipping. This will be indicated by a red square in the level meter in the transport panel. If amplitude is set too high, the audio will clip. Here's an example. Clipping results in digital distortion, so it is important to adjust levels to avoid clipping. I will adjust the faders to decrease the number of times the levels show yellow. complete the mix, it is good practice to add a subtle reverb and compression to the stereo output or master track. Reverb will create the illusion that the instruments are in the same acoustic space. Compression will add polish to the overall mix by averaging the quiet and loud amplitudes to even out the sound. Sometimes a mix can call for compression on individual tracks as well. On the stereo output track, I will add a slight reverb effect and a compression tool. To add the reverb before the compression, I'll move the compressor tool down and load a reverb effect. Use the switch between A and B settings to compare different presets. I will compare early reflections with smooth diffuse drums. I'm drawn to the shorter reverb time of early reflections, so I will keep this preset loaded. The compressor averages the quiet and loud amplitudes to even out the sound. You can find the compressor in the Dynamics section in the Effects panel. I will load the Light Master preset. The threshold determines the level where the compression takes effect. Levels above the threshold are affected, levels below are not processed. Refer to the plug-in reference manual, page 22, for detailed descriptions of the compressor parameters. This threshold setting will cause some of the levels to peak. I can make adjustments to the threshold setting to avoid clipping. I can then save this preset. Let's listen to the mix. Keep in mind that mixing with MIDI tracks is different than mixing with audio. Refer to the manual for details on mixing with MIDI tracks. It is important to experiment with different approaches and styles to mixing. Use your musical intuition to create the mix.